Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to your own channel Medu Study. I am your friend Ashutosh from I am Indore, and friends, this is Organizational Behavior or OB module in Medu Study channel. Already we have discussed two concepts. Our introduction videos are going on. First video was on introduction to OB, in which we came to know what OB is all about. Video number 2 was approaches to organizational behavior part 1, in which we discussed basically classical approach and three types: scientific management, bureaucratic management and administrative management. And like I told you, in next video we will complete it, and so today's topic is approach to OB part 2, in which we will cover rest of the topics. See, let us revise friends. Approaches to OB we divided into three parts: classical, neoclassical and modern. In first part, which was video number 2, we have already covered scientific management, bureaucratic management and administrative management. And in today's video we will discuss about neoclassical approach, which is basically human resource approach, and secondly modern approach, which has two parts: system and contingency approach. Let us start today's topic. So first is neoclassical approach. See, in first video I told you about Hawthorne's experiment, how Hawthorne conducted 3 experiments in which he studied that by keeping infrastructural situation changing, the impact was not that as it should have been, because there was some human element also which was controlling. So those experiments form basis of this neoclassical approach, and thus we can call this approach to be people oriented or human resource approach. This approach basically says that people behave in a different way and your company or organization is led by that particular behavior. So it is a human resource approach. There are 3 main parts in neoclassical theory, or 3 main elements of this neoclassical approach. Let us discuss them. First is your decentralization. Decentralization means rather than having some central authority, you have decentralized structure. We will discuss it in next slide through a diagram. Second is your flat structure. What do you mean by flat structure? Flat structure means that rather than having long hierarchy, you have overall flat structure, which is more people have are at same level and level of commanding are less. And third is informal organization. Informal organization means things are not done in a very formal manner and some liberty or flexibility is given. That is because humans or human approach is your neoclassical approach. Let us understand this through diagrams. First of all, like I told you, flat structure and tall hierarchy or tall structure. So what is this? See, in tall hierarchy you can see there are 5 to 6 levels. At top level there are executives, and within executives also there will be level. There will be some managing director, then few more directors, then there will be mid-level managers. Under them there will be various team leaders. So various teams are formed. Those team leaders will be supervising different teams, and then there will be general employees at the last. This is a very tall hierarchy. 5 to 6 levels are there. This was normally supported by your classical approach, which said that there should be unity of command and everything should be defined. Neoclassical on other hands believe in your flat hierarchy or flat structure. So there will be a CEO or owner, managers and general employees at one level. So this mid level of your mid-level managers, team leaders, supervisors, they all get together into this manager. Employees, then this 3 level combined into one, and then top management. What is the benefit of this hierarchy? Benefit is that less number of level are there, people can approach easily and flow of information becomes easier. This is your flat hierarchy versus tall hierarchy. Next, in your neoclassical approach, next element is centralization versus decentralization. So friends, this is centralization. Like in classical approach we said there should be one centralized authority and power should be there. One person controlling everyone and others have to follow what he is saying. This is known as centralization of power. Against it, next is your decentralization. Decentralization says that do not concentrate all the decisions into one, rather have a free flow of information amongst people. This is your concept of neoclassical approach. I hope friends neoclassical or human resources approach is clear to you, which was the second part. First classical, then neoclassical. Third, last, but I would say the most recent approach, as name suggests, is your modern approach, which is the current ongoing approach. So why this approach came into being? It seeks to overcome the limitation of classical and neoclassical approach. what limitations we were facing in previous two approach, that it is overcoming, and what is the basis of this approach. Words highlighted into red, based on scientific explanation of complexities of organization structure. So it explains organization behavior, organization thinks in a very scientific manner, how scientifically you can define things. That is your modern approach. This modern approach is covered into two parts. One is your systems approach and second is your contingency approach. What is your systems approach? Systems approach was formulated or postulated in the year 1950s, that particular time, and it considers organization as a system of consciously coordinated activities of various individuals of an organization. So what it says that, like I take an example, computer, it is a system, but it has mainly 4-5 systems, subsystems in it. There will be hardware, there will be software, there will be processing unit, controlling unit, networks, so on and so forth. Similarly, in an organization there will be various subsystems, and all those subsystems together will work as an organization. This is basically system approach. How these subsystems are linked or how they function, so their interlinking takes place through these three. One is communication, so flow of informations among various subsystems, how information is flowing. Next, decision making process, so how decision is made among various units and how it is get communicated. And third, balancing process, how you create a balance among various parts. Next, my dear friends, is contingency approach, and I would say the most recent and most logical approach. What is contingency approach? This approach argues that external environment and internal environment of organization form the basis of structure. So what it is saying, forget about various theories, various postulates, various leaders, what they say. To study the structure of organization, consider two things. What is the external environment and what is the internal environment? External environment, internal environment, already we have done in marketing, in operations, various courses. External environment means things which are outside to organization, your suppliers, your creditors, your competitors, also your means entire your distributors, resellers, everyone. Internal environment means basically your employees, your top management, and things which are internal to you. They all form your part of contingency approach. And this approach says that organization behavior varies in various situations depending upon the individual, technology, structure, environment facing the organization. So same organization in different situation will function differently. Very true. Same companies which used to have your strict 9 to 5 office hours, punch in, punch out, half days, now they are due to COVID-19 are allowing your work from home and flexi working. Why? Because organization works how? Depending upon the situation. New technology, what kind of technology comes, you adopt it. What kind of structure comes, what kind of environment organization is facing, all that determine your organization functioning, and this is our contingency approach. With this, our three approaches get finished, which is classical, neoclassical and modern approach. Now we have two more topics remaining. One is opportunities and challenges of OB, and one will be scientific approach. So first is, what are opportunities and challenge of OB? There are main 8 parts in it. Let us discuss them. First is responding to globalization. So after 1990, what happened? Globalization happened, and things, everyone has come as a one family. You need to respond to it in terms of your policies, in terms of your structure, in everything. Second, managing workforce diversity. Due to this globalization and industrialization, what is happening is people from various diverse background, different geographies are coming together. So in a same company, you will have people from America, people from Europe, people from India. Within India, people from southern part, eastern part, western part, all functioning together. You need to manage that diversity. Diversity in terms of gender also. Earlier, women employees used to be less. Now they are increasing. So all that diversity needs to be managed. This is another challenge of OB. Third, improving quality and productivity. So you need to focus on improving that. Only production in terms of number should not be aimed. Production should be focused on quality, qualitative output, as well as productivity level should keep on increasing. Number 4, developing employee skills. See, employees are your key assets, your human or the key assets, and if you develop their skills, you empower them, then only you can grow. That is known as developing employee skills. Fourth, promoting innovation and change. Working in same manner, same structure will give you benefits, but that will not be long term. To sustain in long term, you always need to keep on innovating and bringing in some freshness. That is your promoting innovation and change. Coping with temporariness. So things are never permanent, whether it is life, a person, an organization, or profession, anything. So you need to keep coping with that and become stronger. Empowering people, you need to empower various people, you need to make them strong, you need to develop their skills, because if they will be skilled, they will be working in a better way, your organization will grow. And last, encouraging ethical behavior. So in spite of keeping all these things in mind, functioning in a better way, you should understand that ethical behavior should be encouraged. Whether it is related to society or environment or policies, no unethical practice should take place. Last topic in our introduction part of OB in these 3 videos is scientific aspects of OB. So now in OB or organization behavior also more and more scientific aspects are coming, and key 4 aspects are listed here. First is diversity at workplace. So to maintain diversity and to cater to various diverse people, you need to have scientific management, that is diversity at workplace. Second, employee trust and organization. See, employee cannot function if people who are working are not trusting it, and people who are working do not have faith. That trust or faith needs to be developed. Third, quality and flexibility at work. So at work, like we discussed, you need to maintain quality also, and you need to allow flexibility to people. If you are saying that 9 to 5 you need to do same job, same way, they will never grow because they will never learn. That flexibility should be maintained. And last, employee selection and retention means in your hiring practice also, which we will discuss in our human resources module, you need to apply science. So these are scientific aspects of OB. With this, my dear friends, we come to end of today's video number 3, as well as this particular first chapter, which was about introduction to OB. In next video, we will start our next chapter, which is understanding individual behavior, where we will understand what individual behavior is all about. And because what is organization? Organization is a combination of some of those individuals. So we need to understand individual behavior first, then group, and then organization, because these are 3 levels of OB. I hope you have understood today's topic. In case there is any feedback, please write to us on midu.study@gmail.com. If you are liking our content, friends, please like our channel, share it, and subscribe to Midu Study. Thank you, friends. Take care. Have a good day.